Hey guys, my name is Brianna Hart and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about plant-based diet, being a vegan. What is this all about? Why did I choose to do it? I typically have a lot of you guys, whether it's from church, from work, friends, will ask me questions. And I had a couple of you guys send in some questions, and I'm just going to do a little Q&A with you guys. Just to share my own personal journey. I do want to say, disclaimer, I am not a doctor, okay? I did not go to school to be a doctor or to specialize in nutrition, okay? I went to school to be a teacher. You see the shirt? Teacher warrior. I'm a teacher, okay? I teach kindergarten. I am not a doctor, so everything that I'm sharing with you guys today is strictly my own personal experience and what I went through. And what may work for me may not work for you, okay? So anything I share on this video, make sure to consult it with your doctor first. This is not a video to persuade you to become a vegan. This is just a video to share my own personal experience. So anyways, let's get started. So first question is, why did I become a vegan? Well, 2 years ago I made a video about my health journey and just things that I was going through, and I had a lot of stomach issues. You can look back on that video, but nonetheless it was a very difficult season, and I remember just getting very, very sick. I had lost 30 pounds in a month and a half and couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, just things were just awful. I started to notice slowly but surely as I began to change my diet, and I took away certain things but then added more of other things, more fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, I started to feel better. I really became a vegan because of health reasons. I had to make up in my mind that I can't choose to be naive and believe that the foods that I was eating prior to, because I was not eating healthy, okay? I could not be naive to believe that if I kept eating those foods that I wouldn't see consequences later on. I think especially in the Black community, we've got to do a better job at taking care of our bodies, eating healthy, because we'll make the excuse of, oh well, my mama did it, or my grandmama cooks it like this, or we've always had this, so why wouldn't I keep doing the same thing? I mean, look at the health rates, especially within the Black community. The high cholesterol, heart attacks, strokes, issues with your thyroids, like all these kind of things that are preventable, but we have to make that choice. I decided that my health long term was more important to me than the foods that I used to eat for comfort. So I chose to become a vegan because I wanted to just get my health in order. I wanted to take better care of my body in the temple that God has given me. Okay, so the next question says, what benefits have you seen? A lot. Okay, so let's start with skin. When I was in middle school, high school, and even college, I never had an acne problem. I never did. My skin was clear, and I wasn't drinking enough water, and I wasn't eating healthy, but thankfully my skin was clear. It wasn't until after college, once I graduated and I was like 23, 24, I started to break out heavily. Like, it was just, ooh, girl, it was not cute, okay? Like, it was all these bumps. It would be a lot on my temples, and then like on my forehead, and there would be like some on my cheeks, but mainly it would be in this area right here. And when I say like it was nasty, like it was not cute, y'all. Like, I didn't struggle with acne when I was a teen, and so to get it when I was an adult, I was like, what is going on? I thought I was supposed to go through this like in middle school, like what is happening? So in the beginning of this year, in January of this year was when I really decided, you know what, Bree, you're going full out vegan. As the months progressed, that's when I started to notice like my skin clearing up. Is it perfect? No, but honey, if you saw the before picture and what it looks like now, child, thank you Jesus, because it was looking rough. It was looking rough, y'all. So that's one of the things that I've noticed, especially with taking out dairy. First of all, I shouldn't even have had dairy because I'm lactose intolerant, so I really shouldn't have had it in the first place, but I would still eat it back in the day. But cutting out the dairy is when I really started to see the bumps just fade away. So that's one of the first things I noticed. What are your go-to vegan snacks? Fruit. I love fruit, but I also like, it's vegan mozzarella cheese. I don't do that with some crackers, and that tastes good. Yeah. The next question says, how long have you been a vegan? Well, let's take a trip down memory lane. So for me, it was a gradual release. I did not become a vegan cold turkey. I've heard of some other people who've done that, and that's worked for them. I personally would not have been successful if I went cold turkey. The first thing I gave up was red meat, and I haven't had red meat in almost 3 years. Then I gave up pork. I haven't had pork in about 2 years. Then I gave up chicken. Haven't had chicken. It'll be 2 years in December since I've had chicken. And then I gave up seafood, and that's been a year since I haven't had any seafood. And then I gave up dairy, and that was 8 months ago. So to answer your question, it's only been 8 months. Do I take any supplements? Yes, I do. I take a probiotic in the morning and at night, and then I take a vitamin at night. I also take elderberry, the elderberry syrup. I take that daily, or depending on if I was around people who were sick, I will take it more than once a day. Share your thoughts on dating while being a vegan. Well, God knows the desires of my heart, and I'm very detailed when I pray for my future husband. Preferably, would I want to date or be in a relationship with someone who is also a vegan? Yes, I would prefer that. However, I would not just shut someone down because they're not a vegan. So if I know for a fact, like this is husband, God has told me this is the one, and he's not a vegan, I'm not going to just like, oh, you're not a vegan, I can't talk to you. No, I'm not like that. So yeah, that's a tricky question. but I will say this, I do know some couples that where one's a vegan and one's not, or one's vegetarian and one's not. So it is totally doable, and it's totally okay. So there's nothing wrong with that. What does a normal day of eating look like for you? I eat lots of smaller meals throughout the day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between, protein shakes, stuff like that. Do you meal prep? Absolutely. If you are vegan or want to become vegan or interested in the vegan lifestyle, child, you better meal prep, honey, because your options are limited as far as like going out to eat. So you have no other choice but to meal prep. So for me, I sit down and say, okay, what do I think I have a taste for, or what sounds good, and I'll write it out. And on Saturdays, I go to Sprouts. First of all, Sprouts, I'm gonna need y'all to get like some kind of rewards card or something, because I'm in there like every other day, and I should be getting free stuff from y'all or something, because I'm in there all the time. I know y'all recognize my face. I know y'all see me all the time. So I'm gonna need y'all to get that together, okay? Okay. Back to meal prepping. Yes, on Saturdays, I will go to Sprouts or Market Street or Kroger, I will get the food that I need for that following week. On Sunday, I cook. So I go to church on Sunday and I come home and I meal prep. And I typically cook 2 meals on Sunday that will last me through the week. But there will be some times during the weekdays where I may cook. But I make sure on Sunday I cook in bulk. Like I cook multiple meals so that way it will last me through the week. I cook more than one on purpose because if I just cook one meal, I don't want to eat that for lunch, dinner for several days out the week, because then that gets bored and you get tired of it quickly. So I purposely cook more than one. But yes, I think that's very important. You've got to meal prep. You got to know what you're gonna have, breakfast, lunch, dinner, what are your snacks gonna be, anything like that. You need to have that all planned out in advance. What advice would you give someone who is interested in becoming vegan? I would say, first and foremost, you need to know your why. What is it that you are wanting to accomplish? What is your why? When you know your why, like for me, my why is my health, how I want to, one day when I have children, I want to help them as well with their health, and like breaking these generational cycles of just poor decision making when it comes to what we put in our bodies. So just know your why. Why are you choosing to be a vegan? I would also say meal prep, plan it out, figure out what it is that you want to cook. So for example, at the time I was actually still eating meat, but I was still kind of interested in the whole vegan lifestyle. And so I was making meals that were comfort food for me. So I would make vegan tacos. I love tacos. So I had to learn how to veganize it. I also love pasta. Oh my gosh, I love pasta. I used to be at Olive Garden pretty much every other day getting their chicken Alfredo with their mozzarella sticks. And you know, with all the bread and the salad. And so I had to figure out, well, I can't have that anymore. How can I veganize it? So find a type of food that you just love and figure out ways to make it vegan. Follow people on social media or on YouTube who have been vegan for quite some time, who share their recipes. A lot of the recipes and the things that I cook honestly come from people that I've either watched on YouTube or saw on social media. So seek a community of people who are already plant-based and pick the brain and figure out what they're cooking. Try to put your own little spin to it. There are gonna be some trial and errors, guys. Trust me. There have been some times where I cooked something and I was like, oh, this is okay, Chef Breezy? Chef Breezy in the house? I was like, okay, this is bomb. And there are other times where I was like, this is complete trash. Like, I literally had to throw it away. Like, it did not taste good. You have to be okay with the trial and error. It may take a couple times, but that's okay. Okay, last question. What do you do when you are invited somewhere and there are no vegan options for you? So I will either eat beforehand or eat afterwards. I've gotten to a point now in my vegan journey that even if I don't eat beforehand or if I don't bring stuff to the event, I'll eat afterwards. But it doesn't bother me now. I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm sad, y'all have food, I don't. Like, I'm good. But if you are freshly starting this new journey, I would encourage you to eat beforehand so that you're not tempted. But remember your why, so that you're not tempted. So guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening and watching. Thank you for the questions that you sent in, and I hope this kind of helps clear up a couple things. And if you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Make sure that you like, you subscribe, you comment, and I will catch you on the next video.